Hi, I'm Ashley. Welcome to Rise Up Yoga. Thanks for joining me today under my mom's beautiful willow tree in her backyard. Just as a reminder, before we hop into our practice, if you have a yoga block or something of a similar shape or size, I recommend grabbing it now because you'll have the opportunity to use it during practice. But as always, if you don't have it, that's okay because we'll make modifications through class for those of you who don't have one. And just a reminder, if you'd like to support the growth of this channel, make sure to like this video and subscribe, as it really does help our channel grow. We also have a really cool exclusive content on Patreon as well, which I'll link to in the description box below. We have exclusive Patreon yoga videos, meditations, journal exercises, and much more. So again, that will be in the description box below. Find a comfortable seat on your mat, and then I'll meet you there for our practice. Recently, I have been reading through the Radiance Sutras, which is a beautifully poetic unfolding of tantric meditations. I've really been inspired by a recent verse that I came across, so I'm excited to share it with you today as a basis for our practice. As I read through these words, I invite you to soften your eyelids partially or fully closed so that you may bring your focus to the feelings that are invoked within you through these words. Verse 26, the one who is at play everywhere says, "There's a space in the heart where everything meets. Come here if you want to find me. Mind, senses, soul, eternity, all are here. Are you here? Enter the bowl of vastness that is the heart. Listen to the song that is always resonating. Give yourself to it with total abandon. Quiet ecstasy is here, and a steady, regal sense of resting in a perfect spot. You, who are the embodiment of blessing. Once you know the way, the nature of attention will call you to return. Again and again, answer that call and be saturated with knowing, I belong here. I am at home." So today's flow will be one of coming back home to self. With every breath, I encourage you to bring your awareness to the space of your heart and observe the return of your journey home. We'll get started today in a kneeling position, so you can face towards the top of your mat if you're not there already. Tuck your toes behind you and bring your hips towards your heels. Now, if you're already feeling this really intense sensation in your ankles, you can always walk your hands towards the mat and just gently press your thumbs, your knuckles, and your palms into the earth. Start to bring an awareness to your breath. Relax through your shoulders, your full upper body, and just turn inwards. On an inhale, start to sit your hips up towards the sky, reach your arms up, and take your gaze up towards your fingers. Palms are faced towards one another. Feel this expansiveness as you press down into your knees and lift up through your fingers. Exhale, cactus your arms, open your chest forwards. Imagine as if there's a string lifting your heart up towards the sky. On an exhale, release your hands to hold on to your hips, and then press your pelvis forward just slightly, open your heart once more towards the sky, and bring your elbows towards one another. Really begin to create this length through your lower belly, this lift of the heart. And maybe even let your chin lift slightly up towards the sky. Go to a space that nourishes your body, your heart. On an exhale, go ahead and release your hips all the way towards your heels. Walk your hands out in front of you and bring your hips to stack over your knees. Continue this movement forward with your hands. We're coming all the way down into our puppy pose. So draw your heart space all the way towards the earth. If you have your block and you'd like to bring it under your forehead for a little extra support, know you have that available to you. Otherwise, your head can be lowered or pressed all the way down towards the earth. Lift your elbows slightly off of the mat. Really bring your focus to that space and that stretch in your shoulders. Draw your breath all the way down into your lower belly. And exhale, let it leave through your nose, your mouth. Just start to slow down your day. See what happens when you begin to listen to that inner space, your inner voice. Where is it leading you? On an inhale, go ahead and lift up through your torso. Press your palms onto your mat. Keep your toes tucked. Hover your knees off of the earth. And then press your tailbone all the way up towards the sky. Option to lift and lower your heels. Finding a few soft movements. Opening up through the back of your legs. And then just start to find stillness. On an exhale, bring your knees down towards the mat. Drop your belly, open your heart space forward. Take your look slightly up as we come into cow. We'll take a few flows back and forth between cow and down dog. So keep your toes tucked. On an exhale, press your tailbone up to the sky. Inhale to lower your knees, open your heart space forwards. Exhale, round through your back. Bring your tailbone high, downward facing dog. Inhale, drop, open your heart. And exhale, lift it all the way back up, downward facing dog. Last one, go ahead and lower down, heart opens forwards. This time on an exhale, start to round through your back, come into your cat, drop your chin towards your chest. Pause here. You can start to come all the way back to tabletop, untuck your toes, and then just pat them out gently on the top of your mat. And start to slow down your movement. We'll retuck our toes, press your hips all the way back up towards the sky. Bend through your knees, take a look forwards. Exhale, walk your feet all the way towards the top of your mat. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Allow the chin to reach towards your heart space. And just let your arms hang heavy like this willow tree. All the branches softly moving in the wind. Find this gentleness of your upper body. As you breathe, feel this expansiveness through your back, so through the back of your heart space as well as the front, and from side to side. Bend more deeply through your knees and then start to slide your fingers under your toes. You even have the option to go as far as bringing your palms all the way under so your toes reach towards your wrist. So again, just find a space that feels best for your body. If you want to leave your hands hanging, if that feels a little bit more natural for you, your very welcome to do so. If your hands are under your feet, keep that deep bend in your knees. Untuck your hands. On an inhale, start to lift all the way up. Let your hands graze softly over your shins, your knees, your thighs. As you lift all the way up, take your time and allow your arms to relax by your sides. Palms are faced forwards. Keep drawing your shoulders down your back so you stay open through the front line of your body. Start to dip forward into your toes, lift your heels, lean back into your heels, lift your toes, just taking these movements forwards and back. And then take this movement side to side, to the left and to the right. Noticing every inch of your foot as it meets your mat. And start to stop and slow down your movement until you come into stillness. Find your center within. On an inhale, lift your arms over your head, reach them all the way up towards the sky, big look up, slight back bend. Exhale, melt it all the way forward any way that you choose until you come into a forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, hands will reach towards your shins or your thighs. Imagine this long line of energy all the way from the tailbone through the crown of your head. On an exhale, drop your hands, step your left foot back and then your right, high plank. Keep pressing back into your heels, press into your palms so you're avoiding dumping any weight into your shoulders and you're really pressing and lifting your chest away from the earth. Inhale, start to shift forward onto your tippy toes. Exhale, drop your knees towards the mat. Keep your elbows tucked into your side and lower your torso all the way down towards the earth. Untuck your toes, peel your heart space up and forwards as you draw your elbows and your shoulder blades together. So big heart opening, strengthening through your lower back. Keep pressing into your pelvis. Try to find that little extra bit of lift while keeping your hands slightly just grazing the earth. On an exhale, lower all the way down. Tuck your toes, press your way up into downward facing dog. On an inhale, reach your right heel high towards the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw your knee into your chest, bring your elbow in towards your knee. Round through your back. Inhale, right heel high to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Really bring it up as far forward as you can. And then inhale, lift all the way back up, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to left elbow, let your leg cross your body. Inhale to lift all the way back up nice and high. Exhale, travel your right foot in between your hands. If you'd like to walk it forward with the assistance of your right hand, you're welcome to do so. Drop your left knee towards the earth. Press your heart space up. Lift your hands nice and high. Low lunge. Exhale, clasp your hands, bring them behind your head to cradle your head here. Open your elbows wide, heart lifts. And breathe. Allow your breath to bring you more deeply into presence. Imagine your breath going towards your heart space. Let it fill up your entire chest. On an exhale, release your hands to frame your front foot. Lift your back knee and then start to walk your right leg out towards the right side of the mat. Heel will be in, toe slightly out, and then both of your palms are to the inside of that foot. If you have any room to crawl your left foot a little bit further back in space, you're welcome to. As you press into your palms, open your heart space forwards. Option to keep your back knee lifted, or you can lower it. So just find your own adventure. Where does home feel like in your body? So if you close your eyes and tune in and you think of home in your body, where does your energy go to? What lights up within you? You can slowly start to open your eyes, lift your back knee, plant your left palm to the inside of your foot in the middle of the mat. Reach your right fingertips all the way up towards the sky, big twist. Exhale, reach your right hand down. Walk your right leg back in towards center. And then step your right leg back to meet your left, high plank. Keep pressing back into your heels. And then on an inhale, shift forward onto your toes. Slowly lower all the way towards the earth. Inhale, peel your chest up, untuck your toes. This time you can come into a deeper cobra by pressing firmly into your hands, still keeping your elbows bent. You're starting to increase the range of motion for these back bends. On an exhale, lower all the way towards the earth. Tuck your toes, press your hips nice and high, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Keep your knees bent as much as feels good for your body. On an inhale, reach your left heel high to the sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee in towards your nose, round through your back. Point your toes and bring your chin towards your chest. Inhale, press it all the way back up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee comes to left elbow. Inhale, lift it high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, cross your body, knee to right elbow. Inhale to lift and lengthen, 3-legged dog. Exhale as you scoot your left foot all the way up between your hands. Bring your right knee down towards the mat. When you feel grounded here, on an inhale, lift up through your torso, reach your arms overhead. Sink your weight into your front heel and let your hands reach towards heart. Relax through your shoulders. This time we'll reach our hands behind our back. You can clasp your hands and then reach them towards the earth as you open up through the heart, open up through the shoulders. Take a look up towards the sky. Release your hands, arms reach overhead. Exhale, hands fall down towards your left foot. Pick up your back knee and then walk your left foot out towards the left, heel slightly in, toes slightly out. Come fully onto your palms and really press your weight into your knuckles, taking any of that pressure out of your wrists. Again, press your heart space forwards. Chin slightly lifts as long as you're not taking any excess pressure into your neck. Option to keep your back knee lifted or lowered. You've got 2 breaths here to yourself. Go ahead and lift your back knee if it's not already there. Plant your right palm to the middle of your mat. Inhale, left fingertips reach up towards the sky. Keep drawing your left shoulder down your back. See if you can direct your focus towards your fingers. On an exhale, lower your left hand, lower your knee. Walk your left leg all the way back to center. Actually, go ahead and pick up that right knee again and slide your left foot back to meet your right. This time you have an option for your chaturanga to either lower to your knees then to your chest, or this time you can lower halfway and then press your heart space forward, upward facing dog, untuck your toes. Keep pressing into your knuckles to create space between your shoulders and your ears. Activate your quads. On an exhale, press your tailbone to the sky, downward facing dog. Bend through your knees. On an inhale, walk your feet forward, walk your hands back. We'll meet at the middle of the mat, forward fold. On an inhale, start to rise all the way up. Arms lift over your head. Exhale, hands come down through heart center, thumb to sternum. Start to bend through your knees, sink your hips towards the floor. Take your torso slightly forward so you're looking at the earth in front of you. Utkatasana, chair pose. Bring your weight into your heels so you could even dance your toes off of the mat. Find this gentleness of your breath as it enters and exits your nostrils. Maybe you're starting to feel your legs shake, this heat be activated in your body. How can you let that be an entrance to a deeper, nourishing relationship with your body, with your home? On an exhale, start to lower all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, hands to shins or thighs, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your palms, walk your hands forward, walk your feet back, high plank. Bring your hips a little bit closer towards the earth. On an inhale, shift forward. On an inhale, shift forward onto your toes, move through your chaturanga of your choice, knees to chest, or you can lower halfway and then press your way into upward facing dog or cobra. On an exhale, press your hips up to downward facing dog. We'll all meet here. Bend through your knees, take a look forwards. This time step or hop your feet towards the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale as we rise all the way up. Lift your arms overhead. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Bring your weight into your right foot. And then bring your left heel to kickstand on your right ankle. Open your left knee towards the side. So find your balance here. As we move into our tree pose, you can imagine roots growing out of your right leg in towards the earth. Help that, helping your body find that extra stability. On an inhale, you can bring the sole of your left foot to your calf, or you can pop it over your knee with the assistance of your hand if you need, to your inner thigh, just as long as you avoid the knee. Wherever you land, keep opening your left knee externally and find a non-moving focal point to focus your gaze on. Keep your legs strong and stable and your shoulders soft and relaxed. To move into another variation of this pose, you have a few options. You can reach your arms over your head, open them wide. Allow your upper body to sway just a bit like these branches of the willow tree, just gently moving with the wind. For an extra balance challenge, you can even take a look up towards your fingers. See how that resonates with your body. One more breath. And on an exhale, go ahead and gently lower your left foot all the way down. Hands will reach towards heart center. Start to bring your weight into your left foot. Kickstand your right foot on your ankle. With your shoulders once more relaxed, your jaws relaxed, you can pop your right foot up to your shin or to your quadricep, or you can leave it on the earth. Again, keep opening your knee towards the right, really getting that engagement in your hip. You can stay here at heart center with your hands, or you can reach them all the way up towards the sky. Stay steady by engaging your core. Notice how that can help you to retain your balance. If your arms are lifted up towards the sky, see if you can draw your biceps a little bit closer towards your ears, just wrapping them around your ears. You've got your option with the extra balance challenge to take a look up towards the sky, see what is overhead, whether you're practicing this indoors or outdoors. See what you can find. On an exhale, hands come down through heart center. You can release your right foot on towards the earth. And then we'll just come with our feet about hip width distance. Inhale, lift your arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, lower all the way down, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. How can you make these movements even more nourishing? Exhale to release and fold. Step your left foot back and then your right. High plank. Your last option for a chaturanga, so move through the one of your choice or meet us in down dog. Move with your breath. Once we meet in down dog, you can bring your knees all the way towards the earth. Bring your knees wide, your toes will meet at the center. Drop your hips towards your heels, crawl your hands forward, child's pose. Let your forehead release towards the earth or towards a block. And then just relax your elbows on towards the earth. I invite you to close your eyes, direct your focus within. Notice what arises for you in these spaces of breath and stillness. In this moment, I invite you to call all the parts of yourself that you've left in different areas. Call them home towards center. On an inhale, go ahead and lift up through your torso. Bring your left palm beneath your chest. Inhale, right fingertips slide over your arm, reach them up towards the sky. Exhale, draw your right hand under your left, right shoulder and ear, reach towards the earth. Keep pressing into your left palm so you open through your heart space just a tid more. As we open the heart, not only from the front, but the back as well, how can you invite in more compassion, love, and acceptance for yourself and for all of life? How can you allow that to unite you more deeply with your home, with your center? Press into your left palm, inhale, reach your right fingertips towards the sky, big twist. Exhale, reach your right hand down towards the mat. Inhale, left fingertips lift. So really open your wingspan here, all the way from fingertip to fingertip. See where else you can lift and lengthen. And then exhale, left hand draws under your right. Bring your shoulder and your ear towards your mat. What does it feel like to you to listen to the calling of your heart? What does it feel like to step outside of your mind and let yourself be led by your heart? Press into your right palm, reach your left fingertips all the way up towards the sky. And exhale, go ahead and lower your left hand down. Bring your knees in towards center. Scoot your hips toward your heels. And then just take your way into a seated position. You can walk your hips up towards the top of your mat. Inhale as you lift up through the crown of your head. And exhale, softly lower your way all the way on to your back. Bring your knees in towards your chest and then reach your heels up towards the sky. As we let all these inner feelings, all these inner sensations start to pour down our legs, our lower extremities, and reach into our heart space. If you want to cradle the backs of your legs with your hands, even bend your knees just a bit, you're welcome to. Start to bring the soles of your feet onto the mat. Open your knees wide. Bottoms of your feet will touch as we come into Supta Baddha Konasana. And bring one hand to heart, one hand to belly. And just take a few rounds of breaths to yourself. On your inhales, imagine your breath pouring towards your heart. On your exhales, you can imagine your breath dissipating into your toes, out through your head. So really letting your breath move all the way through your entire body. Now, before we move into our Shavasana, if there's any other movements that you'd like to take, you're welcome to do so now. So definitely encourage you to take this last little bit of practice to make it creatively yours. As you begin to develop this deeply nourishing relationship with your body, you know your body better than anybody else. So you know where it wants to take you. You know what you need. And even if you don't, this is a great opportunity to practice that listening. When you're ready, no rush. You can reach your legs all the way out in front of you. As you come into your Shavasana, take up space on your mat. Your palms will lift up towards the sky. If it feels supportive to you to close your eyes, I recommend doing so you can really bring your focus to that inner feeling. See where else in your body you can soften. Know that you are supported, you are held, and you are home. I'll leave you here for the next 30 seconds or a minute or so to just really soak in your own Shavasana. And start to find some movements in your fingers, wrists, toes, and ankles. When you're ready, arms can lift over your head, and then just choose a side to roll onto. Let yourself cradle your body. Let your body be there to support you. On an inhale, press into your palms. Come all the way up into a cross-legged seat. I invite you to bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Relax your eyes, relax your body, your shoulders, your hips. Tune in. And start to bring your palms to meet at heart center, Anjali Mudra. Thank you for showing up and flowing with me today under the beautiful leaves of this willow tree. From my heart to yours, namaste.